Thank you, Windows Updates, for breaking audio sources, but we expect that. So today's plan is basically just continuing on a bit from yesterday's plan of accumulate currency. So I need to do 2 more Umbar instances to get 1,000 Embers, so that's going to be the first thing to knock out real quick. And I'm just going to do the quick ones here. So it's going to be Arena and then Dragon in the Storm. And of course, the Spring Festival has started. Probably not going to be diving too much into that, at least for a little while. I don't think there's any rewards this year that really I need to jump on. It is also absolutely wild to have this much free space in my shared storage just because this server has nothing transferred to it as far as the shared storage goes. It will be getting my shared storage from my old Arkenstone characters at some point in time. But that's mostly just going to be things for me to go through and decide what needs to be trashed or sold anyway. Right, let's see who our first mini boss is for the day. We get the hammers guy. So, quick slap him down. Essence box doesn't suck. And again, one more thing to melt for Embers. Brings me up to a whopping 150 Embers on this server, so I'm doing good. And now we get to see who the second mini boss is. Honestly, this is probably one of the more annoying ones just because that fire damage can be rough. So, gotta burst her down quick. If she starts getting those things off, you actually do start taking damage on a mini boss, which you don't want to. But now we get to just burn Rothog down, and this will put us at 5 of 6 for the week. And that's what you want to see, is basically killing Rothog before he gets to Mighty Cleave, ideally. No other loot that is meltable. But still a nice quick one. So Dragon in the Storm. And this will be 6 of 6.
Pitting capable gladiators against all forms of opponents. Rothog has summoned you to witness the unveiling of his
And now we have to sit through their whole spiel here.
Today, I gift you the most amazing creature, perhaps the finest to ever grace these hallowed sands. One of our fine competitors, Shaidan, has returned with this beast, and great beast to himself.
Of course, once this little scene here is over, this instance goes really quickly. So this won't be too bad.
Deliver this gift, and his penance to the citizenry is complete.
Rothog, I shall warn you the creature stirs more than it should. I worry that the poison has not quelled the beast.
Shaidan, your service to the Halgulis is complete. You are free once more. My apothecaries have assured to me that this creature has been sedated and should be docile. Gaze upon Roderick Hool.
And here's the predictable oops.
Perhaps nets should have been in place for this demonstration. I will report
Gee, Rothog, you think?
causes too much of a commotion. I would assist, but I need to speak to my apothecaries.
And again, the ideal here is to burst this mini boss down before he really gets to any mechanics. Then we get our quick 3.5 trash pulls and final boss. And I definitely would be really interested to see once I actually start seeing like who's doing what kin wise and grouping wise on Glamdring from anybody I know. Be interesting to see at the very least this dungeon, like how it goes in the group versions as opposed to just the quick blow it up solo version. Looking forward to that. Because I know that of the old Umbar instances, the original ones, Arena was the one that actually it was quickest and easiest solo, but its proper group version was the one that actually had, challenge and took a while. All right, nice and quick and easy. And go ahead and leave instance here. And get all the good stuff here for that weekly 1,000 virtue XP, 1,000 embers, some gifts, some tams, some runes, all the good stuff. Let's see, do I need to change? Nope, I'm still working on getting fidelity maxed back out because they raised it to 94, so I've got goals again. All right. So that is the 6 Zoombars. None of these are ones I want to do today. So another thing that I want to do on this character before I look at anything else is head to the Bloody Eagle and do the turn in of Tam for Embers as well, because that should reset, and pretty sure this character is well stocked on Tam. All right, so there's another 500 embers, which gets me up to 1650. Not bad, making progress. And this character also still has, let's see, 3 weekly missions to go to get another 500 embers. So we will knock out a couple of these real quick. I do not know where I am on my delving quest as well, so we'll find out once this is finished. Let's see what we have. Sauron's Touch. Oh, so that's the enhancing nearby allies, meaning don't let these guys group up. And then, oh, Clutch of Flies as well. And Debilitating Miasma. So this is not a great selection of malices today. But it just means that I need to get these guys knocked out really quickly, and as much as I can, separate them from each other or thin their numbers quickly. Because otherwise, between the AoE, the Clutch of Flies, and their buffing nearby allies, Malice, things could go poorly. But as long as I keep moving, it should be pretty decent. And that one right there was basically ideal, where while they were still getting to me and setting up, the first one was already basically dead and taken out of the picture before they could really start buffing each other or getting those miasma stacks rolling. That's what you really want to do on these if you can. Right, I'm going to let my flammable and sticky tar roll down here before I go get the boss. There we go. And in we go. And no, you don't get to get Sauron's Grasp off. And really, as long as you can basically strip some of these malices off this guy and make sure that he doesn't get Sauron's Grasp popped off, he's one of the least tricky things about this whole mission.
What news has come in with the tide?
Oh, not bad. Got a sealed tracery from the delving box. I'll take it.
What news has come in with the tide?
So I want to get 2 more missions done.
Do
So securing salvage here, I think I'm probably just going to run a slightly lower tier delving. Just so that I can cruise through it. And again, because that AoE buffing of the people around them, Malice, this one has larger packs of enemies. So that could easily get out of hand. And the stacking of these, of the miasma, which gives you the atrophy debuff. If enough of these guys basically stack those on you, your outgoing damage can get really low. Like these can stack up to, I think, 3 or 4 stacks, which at that point basically means that you're doing like 25% of the damage you should be doing. Which means every fight takes longer, which means their debuffs and things just keep stacking further. And of course, because the champion's self-purge sucks, we have to sit here and wait through a lot of these debuffs to get a good purge. So I'm going to let the first 2 atrophies fall off and then purge the last one. Yeah, so I've got, again, 3 stacks of atrophy rolling at this point. So I'm kind of stuck just sitting there chipping away at the enemies. And they last for over 30 seconds apiece, which means I need to pretty much just sit here and spam Fear Nothing every time it possibly comes off cooldown, because it only removes 1 of these at a time. It doesn't have any kind of a pulse or any kind of a multi-removal like some other classes get. And atrophy also isn't something where your resistance kicks in and shortens the time or has the chance of removing it out of combat, because it is a malice debuff. So it's just really, really annoying. But it gives me time to pick up these supply crates. So this group here is basically going to be just a big old group, so I'm going to go in and try and thin their numbers as best I can. Because the quicker I can reduce their numbers, the better off I am before I just get a bunch of those atrophy stacks. Oh, they got off a whirlwind because I was not getting my interrupts off. I was too busy looking at keeping myself alive. But it's not going to last forever. There we go. And that's my 8 of 8 crates. And of course, I have to run all the way back to the beginning here down the beach to meet the last boss. And there we go.
Do you have need of something? There is much.
So there shouldn't be anything particularly noteworthy in this delving chest because it was just a tier 5. But it got me Scholar's crafting materials. Meh. I actually did carry over some Scholar mats with me from the previous server, so that's not one I really care about. And last one we'll do is Taste for Crab. So this one should let me complete my 15 missions weekly. And at least get progress into that stage. This one is one where you can be a little bit more successful at arranging your pulls into solos or duos. So the more of these guys you can get by themselves or with only one buddy, the better off you're going to be with those malices. And also, if you get the chance to stun them, it drastically helps that. Oop, got a little too close to this pack, but thankfully I had finished off the pack before. Oh, this is going to suck because they got wounds and clutch of flies off. Thankfully, though, I was able to resist most of that. And again, ideally you want to be able to burst these guys down before they really get off any effects that stick. So this is where big bursty damage really comes into play. You don't want to let these things turn into wars of attrition with the mobs, because they have the advantage in this particular one. True Face of Fear is going to go off because this is not going to finish before. Which means I just have to make sure that combat doesn't start at the time that expires. I should not have run back through that forward. I should have gone the other way around. Because I did basically take enough ticks of it that it had the debuff land and stick. And with this one, I do want to clear this crab out of the way, even though I don't need them, because otherwise it has the habit of wandering into the boss fight. Now, ideally, we want to stick as many bleeds on the boss right up front as we can. And this should be that. So this should be the 15 mission weekly. Let's see what we get. Delving box crafting materials. So not great, but not bad. And turn in taste for crab, which gives me the 15 out of 15 weekly. And start stacking up those character boosts. Okay, so that gives me 2 of the core weeklies done on this character here. So I'm going to hop over to my Runekeeper and knock out some of the weekly dungeons on that character as well. But this does have me at over 2,000 Embers, which not bad for only being on the server for, a day. This character, I might still need to go to the camp in Bejmegda and pick up the weekly dungeon quest. So I'm going to double check that before I launch anything. Stash some of these things in the shared storage that now suddenly has room. Oh, that's right, I made a bunch of scrolls, so I'm gonna, now that I'm moved over here, I get to pop these into shared storage for characters to pull out and use. So I made them on this character and then kind of took them over with me. And that should do for now. At some point in time, I will actually get my shared storage arranged into actual chests by what I'm putting in them, like I do on my, or like I did on Landreval, which, come to think of it, I need to do that on Peregrine as well. But Not today. Okay, so let's see. Do I have... Just untrack that. Fortunes of Umbar. Okay, yes, I don't have anything with the weeklies, so go pick up the weekly dungeon quest.
Umbar is a free city.
So got that picked up. And now if I hit the Bloody Eagle, I also want to make sure that I pick up any of the weeklies from there. I don't know if I have enough TAMs to turn in on this character for this one. Oh, yes I do. Excellent. And let's check on the... Okay, so it looks like I have basically all of the mission and delving quests in progress, so I don't need to worry about picking up those wrapper quests. Let's knock out, again, a couple of Umbar dungeons. So this will be going through the Runekeeper Yellow Line. Zappity zap.
I am Lotro, hunter of the air, commander of the Garabakir, captain of the Hailsea, keeper of the Tor Garden, and loyal servant to the people of Umbar. On this auspicious occasion, you have the honor to test your strength, meet justice upon the condemned, and earn the adulation of our people.
And spiel, 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 spiel. All right, first mini wave incoming. And thankfully, I know that neither of the mini bosses today should be really any problem for this character, because I'm going to be able to just burst them down like crazy. I don't even know that I'm going to bother putting out a runestone for this guy. For this one, I find it's a lot easier just to save the runestones to mix in for the little waves of junk mobs here to keep them occupied. And I do love it when the static surge proc lasts long enough for the for the wave to get to you and still have it there so that you can start the fight off right into Static Surge. It's almost cheating, but it's hilarious. All right, you are going to get the Runestone because I want you gone ASAP. Which I don't really mind that much if I don't have the Lightning Stone ready for Rothog, but it is already back off cooldown, so start dropping stones. And Rothog is about to go boom. It's kind of funny. If anything, this character is actually burstier than my champ. So any of these like burst window fights, I usually finish them quicker and get to skip more mechanics on her than I do on the champ. Okay, so that's one down of my 6 weekly. And go knock out a Dragon in the Storm real quick. Get the 2 quick ones done. Start Rothog talking as quickly as we can get. And then I'm going to basically go stand where I know the mini-boss spawns and twiddle my thumbs waiting for Rothog to finish his spiel. Oh yeah, did I ever reforge my allies on this character? I reforged some of them. I may as well reforge all the rest of them. I think I only reforged my yellows. That was why.
Rothog, I shall warn you, the creature stirs more than it should. I worry that the poison has not quelled the beast.
Shaidar, your service to the Halbulis is complete. You are free once more. My apothecaries have achieved.
But that lets me use up these enhancement runes that I'm getting from doing the these dungeons and get these up to speed.
Perhaps Nets should have been in place for these demonstrations. I will require your aid in tracking Rod Raccoon before it causes too much of a commotion. I will assist, but I need to speak to my apothecary.
Alright, so Rothog fucks off. And we drop our stones here and just blast this boss out of existence. And ideally barely have to stop moving as I go through these little trash poles. And I'm not quite sure why, but I normally find on this character that I do end up not just doing splash damage to take out the cultist. I find it works better to actually just focus the cultist down first real quick and then take out the dragon. But yeah, the sheer burst damage that Yellow Runekeeper has for running in here is just ridiculous. Okay, so that is 2 of 6. And for nostalgia's sake, let's go run some of the other Umbar instances real quick. These ones are a little bit longer to run through than the 2 arena instances, but they're still fun. Oh, interesting. Got a housing item from that last one. Potted wisteria. Be nice if we could actually get back into housing, and also, unfortunately, this is on the server that I'm not going to really be doing housing on. Would be nice to have on my Peregrine character, but so it goes.
Why are you so obsessed with me?
I still just absolutely love the epic conclusion. If you launch this with a decently high attunement, it absolutely just wrecks regular mobs. Because these guys here, like even the elites, have like 74k morale, and that epic conclusion right there was 221, and that was not even close to a max damage.
Give them the worm. All fuck. Welcome.
All right, first boss. And I basically am fine sitting through that stun there because they're not going to do too much to me in the short time that's going to last. And almost at the last boss here. Just need to clear the courtyard and be good to go. Alright, we wait for him to drink his potion, turn into the big beastie bad. So I'm going to drop my stones. And done. So nothing I really care about here loot-wise, but it was one more dungeon. So that gives me 3 of 6 done for the Umbari instances for the week. And let's see, where am I currently sitting as far as the missions and delvings? Never remember, where are the delvings? There we go, special. So 4 of 15 for the week is where I'm at. And 4 of 10 also for the high tier. So we'll knock just a couple of the quick ones out. Just again, because today's malices aren't one that I really want to spend a bunch of time dealing with, because they're kind of a pain. It's just not a great day for them. But the easy ones like Beast of Belphilus can still be pretty much cruised through. Unfortunately, the Andrath delvings today don't have any of the nice easy ones, like, you know, Tombs isn't there or Nettenglade isn't there. I was kind of hoping that those would be, that one of those two would be in the rotation. But unfortunately, it is the crappy day for the Andrath missions. I do appreciate that they fixed the weird zone line leashing in here. So you can once again actually pull these guys and not have them immediately reset. And this guy basically just going to burst him down. And there we go. Now, did we get anything good from the delving chest? I'm gonna guess no. Well, we did get a teal sealed tracery, so not bad for something to stash.
Might you spare a moment?
But all the rest of those can more or less wait. I don't really think I want to do... I don't want to do a lot of today's delvings with the malices the way they are. So I think what I'm going to switch to, knowing that that's what's on the docket, is going to go grab a little bit more XP on the Guardian that I'm taking through King's Gondor. So right now she's sitting at 143. Just trying to get her to 150 so that I can properly gear her up. And then backfill all the virtue work I need to do. And accept the Spring Festival quest just to basically make this pop-up stop appearing constantly. Because otherwise it will just keep coming back. All right, and so where we left off here is basically we were sent out to kill some lynx and some corsairs. And I'm going to just get some of these other tracked quests off of the tracker. Just to keep that cleaner. Much better. So Lynx and Corsair, I should be able to get a whole handful of them on the beach that's around the corner and to the left. So that's going to be my stop. So more or less, if I just head down to the beach here, I should be able to get a bunch of Corsairs. And it doesn't look like I'm getting lucky with lynx spawns, but I will pick them up on my way back. All of the kind of random wildlife spawns are coming up, oxes and flies. Oh, there we go, there's a lynx. So we got one. And yes, I know you're for a side quest. Not going to do you now. Oh, here we go. Got some nice lynx spawns here. So this will be 3 of the 4 that I need. And this also, completing these, is going to get me probably really close to 144. Which does make me wonder, do I need to reforge my weapons already? No, okay, I did reforge them relatively recently. I will take the side quest to just kill some Corsairs, because I'm going to be down here doing that anyway. So I might as well get some extra XP for it. What am I in combat with? Oh. The fly is technically in combat with me, but in anti-exploit because it won't move past that texture seam. Well, that takes care of that. That also does make me wonder, how badly out of date is my gear? Looks like I'm mostly wearing level 140 stuff, so it's not terrible. 130. All right, so still a few 130 pieces. Definitely am going to have to probably do one round of updating before I get them to 150 and I can actually like poach gear from the stuff I share with my champ. So I don't know that I truly want to do some of this stuff with gear that's all the way down to 130. Oh, okay, these guys are just gonna come down and see me anyway, so all right, fine. You're gonna be annoying. I'm going to hit you with a big hammer until you stop being annoying. But yes, having a bunch of this gear that's still sitting at 130 or even some of the 140 gear really is putting pressure on my morale to keep up, because ideally I should have a bigger chunk of morale at this point. Oh, there we go. There's 144. Not due for reforges on my allies yet, so we're still good there. And let's see, do we have any Lynx respawns? Yes, we do. One Lynx respawn here. But see, as I was worried about, the enemies here are already blue now since I hit 144. So I need to basically turn in this quest and just keep going on the main storyline as much as I can to keep pushing forward and staying at level. I don't remember if there's a good way to drop down into town over here. Here we go.
You took care of the beasts that threatened Melgabos?
Yes, I did. Okay, so sent off to guardsman.
King Alizar, I suppose you have more than earned my own. This is not the first time Orgalos has slipped his keeper's word.
All right, and now it's the great search for the runaway kiddo. I do kind of wish that I could go directly to where I know he is going to be. Oh. Let's do a search on the beach to the east. Keep searching further. I know he's not here. It would be kind of nice if you had the option for, I've done this before, can I cut to the end?
You found no sign of the boy.
I talked to King Elisar, and then he's going to have me meet him outside the next travel point, so off we go. And I actually do wonder, now that I'm thinking about it, what am I looking like mission-wise on this character for the wrappers? Okay, no place close. Only 3 done for the weekly wrapper. If I was close, I was going to see if I could knock out a couple of missions, because I want to build back up my store on both servers of the character boost boxes, because those have the virtue XP potions as well as the XP boosts, because I'm going to, again, need to be leveling alts again so that I have a full spread across both servers. So these Tomes of Extraordinary Experience, which are just the XP doublers, are incredibly handy for that. I've been burning them like crazy on this Guardian and my Peregrine Champion. But I still have like 50 apiece for across both servers, so I will be just fine leveling those. I just want to make sure that I stock back up for all of the truly lower level alts that I'm going to be bringing up. Right, grab a travel point when we get into town here. And then head out to the lighthouse tower. All right, we examine the tracks here, and we find that, yeah, the kid definitely went this way, because kids play in cool places, and this is a cool place. There's our wayward heir.
What do you want? I'm not ready to return to Lon Kirion, and you cannot make me.
Yeah, we can, because we're bigger than you. All right, so that basically says Elisar is going to take care of getting the kid back, and we're going to meet him in Lon Kirion, which is going to be the next hub. So, again, close to being back to on level with the quests. At least as far as the stuff that we'll be fighting. Wonder what the population is sitting at right. Yeah, 578 non-anonymous around lunchtime on a weekday. So that does definitely bode well for new server pops. It'd be nice to get all the way settled in and hook up with people and actually get started running group stuff again. I really don't know who's running what kinships or anything on Glamdring yet, so I haven't even started looking to see who's over here and who's doing what. That's something I'm going to have to do. All right, so now we're at Lon Kyrian.
Here we are.
Talk to the kid's minder.
Very excited. But you and the king should present yourselves.
Go grab the stable and then check in the main hall. Oh, and this is actually going to be really interesting. I wonder what the pop-in is going to be like for the interiors of these, because there was some wild texture load-in conditions that would happen. Oh, yep, and it still is there, but not as bad. But you still get that little, oh god, what's going on?
You and your traveling party are welcome to Lon Kyrian, Elisar.
Yes, now for the wander around, find the locations, and talk to people quest. We found the library. Talk to NPC.
Heir is too young to rule.
Next up, we're going to go down to the docks. Dang it, usually I can make that jump to take that shortcut down. I just screwed that one up. Oh well, I'll go more or less the regular way down. I suppose. I mean, I'm still going to take shortcuts. All right. Kid has been found and checked in with. Now, last one is the soldier who's on the bridge all the way up there. So all the way back up. And all the way back out this gate. Found the bridge, checked in with the soldier. All right. So much running around talking to people, but that's done. Again, sometimes I really wish there was the, I've done this a dozen times before. Can I skip the run and talk quests option?
Lady Mara and I have come to an understanding. Lady Mara, you cannot patrol
Okay, now I go check in and save the 3 scouts from their ambushes. Right, we got 2 scouts off in this general direction. First one is right up here.
We must strive to defend our newly gained peace.
Right, 1 scout saved. Go check in with the scout down at the beach.
We'll do our best to repair and rebuild what we can.
Who, of course, also has found trouble because what NPC hasn't? And now we go grab the scout who was all by their lonesome on the other side of the road, surrounded by cats and corsairs. They're all the way up here in the hills, of course.
Have you come to help?
And predictably, this scout also is being ambushed. Who'd have thunk it? But that is all 3 scouts checked in with and protected. So back to town we go. And there's Kaibar waving us down.
Will you accompany me, my friend? The king did not prohibit
Go talk to Elisar. And now we listen to the reading of the will.
Who fell in service of the kingdom.
Lord Galaskiel's last wishes should have been presented before now. Why wait so many months to reveal his wishes?
I found them only today.
Oh yeah, real good job covering up. You're totally smooth. Nobody suspects a thing.
Bring them forth, Lady Mara, if you will.
The seal is broken. How are we to know the contents of this testament are as Lord Galaskiel intended? Mara might have written anything within.
Right, so now it's our turn to examine. And yep, the seal is definitely broken on the will. Oops.
Has much skill and experience with the written word. He will tell us how Galaskiel wrote this will. Kaibar, will you examine the writing contained within, please?
Yes, of course, my king. It is true, the seal is broken, but the letter within is written in only
Mara might have written or rewritten it in its entirety.
Lady Mara, can you produce a sample of your husband's writing for us?
Oh, I suppose there might be something within this chamber.
Right, now we get to go play CSI Middle Earth here. It's one of these two, if I remember right. Here we go.
writing matches perfectly.
Yeah, I haven't done these at timer 3 or anything.
Now, the last wishes of Lord Galaskiel, if you would.
Very well, my king.
And now the reading of the will.
I, Galaskiel of Anfalas, make this record in the library of Lond Kirion, my home. Tomorrow I depart for Minas Tirith at the command of the steward Denethor. Should I not return, this testament will direct the disposal of my land and property.
Which thankfully they fade to black on rather than reading the entirety of the will. Because seriously.
And to the fishing village of Melgobas, I leave that same sum in gold. I direct also that they be given my notes on water temperature and the currents.
Just what everybody wants.
To the sea.
Water temperature notes.
But it seems to me that even the Bay of Belfalas has rivers of its own. I have one more wish, and I hold it most dear. To my son Orgalus, I leave the great ship Volfaroth, the Wave Hunter. May he command the Wave Hunter in service of Gondor when he is old enough. I hope to stand alongside him on the deck when he does. But if I cannot, may he follow in his father's footsteps all the same. To my dear wife Mara, I leave my love and all remaining lands and titles I possess. May she rule Anfalas well and wisely, until our son and my heir Orgalus comes of age. That is the end.
wishes of loyal Golazgil be carried out as best they may.
Okay, finally. Done with that. She's not thrilled. And her whole concern basically is giving the kid a boat is just going to end in tears, which, I mean, yeah. Now we go talk to Darren outside. Because here we will be getting set to take off and go to the next area.
I am surprised Lady Mara has agreed to allow Orgalos to depart with the king and queen.
Is it true? I am to depart with the king's party for Pinath Gelling? That is wonderful news! Do you think there will be fighting?
Oh, there'll be fighting.
Orgalos says the road we must take through Thingast may be haunted.
All right, so this is going to be another one of those kill things on your way to the next area. So basically it's kill stuff in Thingast. And from there, if I remember right, we head up north. But first thing we need to do is defeat beasts or spirits. And those can all be found. Yeah, I think heading left out here and across the bridge is what I want. And yeah, I'll go ahead and just start replacing some of this older gear. And there's an Avank just kind of chilling on the bridge. Okay. Why not? We'll go ahead and just get one of those out of the way. Just finished that one off before they got their submerged down into the ground off. Because unfortunately, my interrupt kick has a 20-second cooldown. Okay, there is my 6 of 6. So next up is... Yep, so travel up into the next little area up there to the north. So back onto the goat I go. I think this should be about where I cross into having on level enemies again, if I remember right. I think it goes up once we get to that area. Yep, here we go. So crossing into the next zone is giving us on level enemies again, which is good. Oh, aggressive bird. I'm just going to keep running past that and kind of not deal with it. Because again, the goal is just going to be to get to the next spot. Sort of slide past all these Haradrims here. Don't mind me, because we want to get up to the vineyard area there. Which means ideally not getting attacked and definitely not getting dismounted. Alright, so unlock the stable master. Now, is there a milestone in town here? Because I really need to update my milestone, I'm pretty sure. Do not... Oh, yeah, there is one. There we go. It's outside, I think. Oh, yeah, the milestone is all the way down in this little offshoot. It's been long enough since I reset my milestone that it is definitely time to update that.
Do you have a moment for me?
Okay, go check in with... I think the dude I'm looking for is... There we are.
Welcome to EFL. The most beautiful field.
All right, our job is to pick grapes to make wine, which somebody else here is doing. No, you can't have these grapes. These are mine. Okay, there you go.
Very well.
And now select wines from the selection here to hand to the king.
Thank you for these. No, we cannot open them now.
Our next destination is Ost-Arndir, stronghold of the Lord of the Green Hills.
Ah, good. Yes. So we're basically right at the move on to Ost-Arndir next. I wasn't sure. I didn't remember if we had multiple pieces of the quest here, but it is basically just stop in, check in with the vineyard, do some token vineyardy stuff, and then keep moving on, which is good. Because Ost-Arndir is where we have the next piece of like actual story progression that's going to happen. It's kind of a little mini hub. That's going to give us, I think when we do the check-in in Ost-Arndir, that's what will lead to the kind of getting the band back together portion where we run around and get a crew. And again, for this character, this leveling run, I plan to just do the minimum there and only grab the necessary crew members to take off because I want to get into Umbar kind of as soon as possible because this is, again, doing quick leveling. Normally there would be kind of little side quests that you'd be doing on your way from point A to point B between these two areas, but again, not side questing on this character, really just running straight through, which is part of what makes this a longer, emptier run here. And also partly just because it's Gondor, it's big open spaces. But it is also awesome Gondorian architecture. All right, so here we've got Ost-Arndir. Now, I always forget whether it's Ost or Ost in proper pronunciation. I should actually pay more attention to the characters speaking when they talk about it. Let's see, Stable Master unlocked.
Welcome to Ost-Arndir, home of the Lady Norio, Knight of the Green Hills.
So he said it almost in between Ost and Ost, almost like an Oost. Might be a flattened long vowel. Okay, now the lady... Oh yeah, this was the one where the lady is upstairs. So I need to head up, take the stairs around, and then curve back around to the throne room.
I am pleased to see you among the Green Hills, King Elisar and Queen Arwen.
Right, so we're going to go check in and make sure the kids are playing nicely together.
Hello. I'm going to train to be a knight when I'm old enough.
Of course you are.
I will be fine. You can go now.
So Hebron, yeah, we're basically been told, you know, go do your own thing. So Hebron, I believe, is back outside the keep here. And from memory, he tells me go kill some goblins or other nasty things in the surrounding hills. Yep.
Doing in and around Orstandia.
Yeah, he's definitely saying that as a long vowel, but like a flattened long vowel. So I will keep an ear out for other people actually saying the name, because I'm curious. Normally there's a nice little handful of enemies on the way up this hill and then in the little ruins up there. So I'm just going to head up and get all the kills I need on my way into and out of the ruins. Normally there's more goblins hanging around here, but I think they just were all turned into beast spawns. Yeah, I was expecting to see more humanoid enemies, but oh well, we'll just kill a few beasts. So that's 8 out of 10. And this guy right here will be 10 out of 10. Okay, back to check in. Nice quick 10 kills. Yeah, I swear I remember seeing goblins be the primary spawn up in that little ruin there. I also might be completely smoking crack.
I am grateful for your service. service on behalf of Ost-Andir and the Lady Norio.
Okay, check in with the kids. Get a helm. And yes, the one kid does not believe the other kid that this is actually Aragorn / Elisar because doesn't look that old. Now check in with the Keep's Kitchen.
What? Orgalas has left the keep with Nauriel's son?
Yeah, you weren't doing a good babysitting there. So that is the current state of the predicament, which is the kids have run off while their minder was in the kitchen getting a bite to eat. Oops. But now that I'm here, I know there's a milestone someplace in town. There we go. All right, so that is going to be stopping point for today. Got a good amount of progress. Got up to, I think I can see embers. Yeah, I got up to 2650 embers and got a level on the Guardian, so not bad.